Well, thanks for staying with us. This is Firecrackers, and we're asking the big question tonight on the program. Is security still Nigeria's biggest challenge? In close reference to the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Well, speaking about the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, I mean, something trended on Twitter, Yemi, I don't know if you saw it, but it had to do with the fact that Mr. President had a kind of a struggle releasing the pigeons, which signifies peace. And for a moment, some persons even went as far as saying that it does appear that there is no peace. Some others even said, just this afternoon, a colleague of mine said it appears that the pigeons in Abuja have been overfed, and that's why they refuse to fly. What do you make of it? I'm sure you can even have the visuals on screen now. You can take a look at that.
It's hilarious that we need to reduce this discussion of insecurity to pigeons or no pigeons, but it's symbolic because white pigeons symbolize peace. And they refuse flying, and we can't lie to ourselves. There is no peace in the land. And there was a time all of Benue Plateau was ravaged and was under the firm grip of Fulani headsmen. I won't want to sound politically correct. I've not seen an Ijebu man that's a Fulani header.
But things are better now in terms of the attacks from Fulani headsmen.
Things are better because probably a lot of states went set up their open grazing laws. And if you set up anti-grazing laws and you probably you get into somebody's farmland, grazing on the land, it's a crime. You probably forfeit your cattle and what have you. So I think that's the tide in probably North Central.
Because we're pressed for time, we need to round off now. When we go back to the allegations, I mean, why should we even think of playing politics with security? The security of lives and property. One Nigerian life means a lot, but why do we keep playing politics with security in this nation? And how can we begin to move forward?
It's sad, well, maybe because until we see people that get into public office that start exhibiting utmost patriotism. This is a government or party, a party, the ruling party relies so much on allegations, either fictitious, either verifiable ones, and I think they're stuck in their trade, and they're probably lost. Because everybody has been blamed except Mahmoud Buhari that should bear the brunt and bear the blame.
But should the allegations by the APC be taken seriously? I mean,
it shouldn't be taken seriously. Any serious right-thinking person should know that if there's anybody sponsoring insecurity, either by his inactions or probably by poor actions, it's the presidency. Because now this government has been rewarding. Okay, they could come up now to say either Governor Matawale or anybody from the PDP is sponsoring what have you. What about when Nasir El-Rufai as a government in 2016 said it went after Fulani headsmen and paid them compensation to stop killing in Southern Kaduna? Till we speak, is Southern Kaduna in peace? No. Are we deceiving ourselves? In Zamfara, the same Zamfara we're talking about, there was a 2019, the only form of security there is only when the workers of the former governor Abdulaziz Yari are going to the farm That's when you see security personnel escorting them to and fro.
But any ideas if the security agencies have even done an investigation into these allegations from the APC?
I wouldn't know, but if they want to help Nigerians, they probably would have done that, or they are doing that. And when they are true, they should disqualify such information. But when it comes to security operations in the northwest and what have you, I'm not here to make brief for the Nigerian Armed Forces or the Nigerian Army or Military Air Force. They're doing the best they could do, but I don't see any service chief that wants to keep receiving his boys in body bags. It's disheartening. But we have a government that will allow for
before I let you go, Saka, one final question.
Yeah.
Should the service chiefs be sacked?
Well, I'm not blaming the service chief for the state. It depends on what Mr. President feels. If Mr. President feels he needs to keep them there, then we have to blame the President for keeping them there, not the service chiefs. I want to hang the people for as long as I want to. So if you don't want to take it off me, fine, so be it.
And is that the reason why things are so bad?
No, I don't think so.
Keeping them beyond their tenure.
Because we have a commander-in-chief that doesn't understand the command and control, even as disheartening as a former general.
What makes you think so, Yemi? Because that's a very weighty allegations. I mean, I'm sure there are views anywhere you're entitled to them. But Yemi Saka, I would like to thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. Media consultant and, of course, public affairs analyst. Thank you so much for speaking with us tonight on the